where we are supposed to be for the next 2 hours, hanging out with you on ESPN Radio 100.7 The Ticket. And hopefully you had a great weekend. You survived. You didn't eat too much, drink too much, burn yourself on the whatever, on the grill. It was a holiday weekend. Hopefully a holiday of remembrance and somber attitude, at least for Monday, because, it's about remembering the fallen. So I'm sure we'll get into that throughout the show today. And we would love for you to be a part of show number 56. 5-6, party people. And DennyRadio Sports. Okay, DennyRadio Sports More is brought to you by St. Mary's Meats, the place to go for local fresh cut meat. Nobody beats AJ's Meats. And I mean nobody. And you people that had AJ's Meats over the weekend, I bet you're pretty darn thrilled with it. So there you go. Hey, I don't know if you saw this. There's a video going viral that shows the unusual way Tom Cruise eats popcorn. He apparently pops in at different movie houses, theaters, movie houses, as my parents used to call it. Actually, my grandparents. Anyway, different theaters, he would show up and he would buy people popcorn. And so I guess he was on McAfee last week, and they asked him about it and asked him if he was really eating popcorn because it was very unusual. He was kind of firing in his mouth, and it was very intense, but it's Tom Cruise. Well, check out this ad.
Hi, it's Tom Cruise. Hungry for a tasty snack? Then you need Mission Impoppable Popcorn, the only popcorn that I eat. Yep, I love munching on this popcorn while I drive a motorcycle over a ravine, while a helicopter with a rope dangling from it flies overhead.
Cool. Well, what about?
I'm not even close to finished. Then I grab that rope and it carries me over a moving truck. Then I jump off the motorcycle onto the truck, all while I'm munching on popcorn.
Okay, well, what if I just want to sit and eat popcorn without doing all that other stuff?
Well, then you're a coward. You hear me?
Yikes.
New Mission Impoppable Popcorn from me, Tom Cruise, in stores now.
Ooh! Let's say hello to the producer of this fine broadcast. It is Chris
Hollywood. What's up, then, man?
Dude, I'm just in a wonderful mood. It was a really good weekend. Had a lot of fun. Played some golf on Memorial Day, but I want it to be known, I kept an eye on my watch, and at exactly 3 o'clock, we were on the 6th tee box at Crooked Creek, and I had the fellas all take their hats off. We did a moment of silence. I did a little prayer. Then we did a moment of silence for the fallen, that, the ultimate sacrifice. And I don't know about you, but I was really encouraged. And this is something we're going to talk about today, of all the parades that were going on this weekend and how well attended they were. Thousands and thousands of people went to Memorial Day parades. And I'm like, okay, because if you doom scroll and you're all over, watching the news and TikTok and, Insta and Twitter and all that stuff, it can get really depressing and down that the whole world sucks, or at least this country. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't, Chris Hollywood. There are good people out there, and they just don't get the publicity. They don't go viral just for being awesome.
Yeah. It's
different.
We don't really recognize the good things all the time.
No, because that doesn't get clicks. What gets clicks is the sensationalism. Like, perfect example, and yes, hello, Sandy. Sandy listening from home today. Sandy from St. V's. Thank you.
And Nurse Terry.
And then Nurse Terry is also listening. Here's a perfect example. I was out getting my steps in before the show, and I had to hustle back in for a poo. And is that too much information?
I mean, it's natural.
It's me. Anyway, and so she texts me this while I'm on the toilet. She goes, "Is this true?" And it comes from Real Wolf Hat Facts. Breaking news. Just minutes ago, the sports world was shaken when Caitlin Clark decided she'd had enough being misrepresented. After months of heated debates and controversial comments, Clark officially filed a lawsuit against ESPN's Monica McNutt for defamation. By the way, you can't sue somebody for their opinion. It's called freedom of speech, you dipsy doos. Now, if she said Caitlin Clark is a drug addict and does cocaine, yes, you can sue for that. Anywho, back to the story. Clark officially filed a lawsuit against ESPN's Monica McNutt for defamation. The move has left McNutt it's a real person too, by the way. And I love her name. The move has left McNutt reportedly in tears, and the media scrambling for answers. Is this the moment that changes how athletes fight back against damaging narratives? No, they're just opinions. That's all they are. And then it's got pictures of her, Caitlin, next to McNutt. It says, finally, she sued, blah, blah, blah. 41,000 people. And no, I'm sorry, 41 million people have seen this on Facebook. 1 million shares. And the comments are just ridiculous. And here's the thing. It's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true. And yet there's 41 million dopes out there that think this is real. And I texted my wife back. I went, nope, not true.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sometimes you got to fact check.
Sometimes you got to what?
Fact check.
Yeah, my wife did. She sends it to me and I fact check it. Well, I Google it and it says, well, there's some stories about rumors of Caitlin Clark going to sue Angel Reese. Shut up. No, you stop it. Stop making it a stupid black-white thing. Caitlin Clark is a great basketball player, and they're going to miss her over the next 2 weeks because she's out with an injury. Oh, dear God. How is the WNBA going to survive? You watch the ratings dip. They're going to because she's out. Sure. Anyway, more on that later. But anyway, I was very encouraged when I went online and looked at the Blade today, and I saw the nice piece on Perrysburg.
Yeah.
And then the nice piece in Sylvania of how younger people are showing up 5 and 6 people deep on the parade route. Of course, they want candy, but I don't care. If you're there for the candy, that's fine. But you're going to absorb what Memorial Day is, and that is how you keep it going. That's how legacies continue. That's how we as a country need to never forget of all the men and women that have sacrificed so a couple of dopes like us could be on the radio and screw around till 4:00.
Yeah.
You know? So I was very encouraged by that, Hollywood. So that's why I'm in such a good mood. And it's man night tonight.
Oh, yeah. Where you guys headed to?
Angelo's.
Okay.
The official man night place. You know, that reminds me, I've got some drops, and I need to start incorporating them for man night because I think you might like them. So I'll work on those during the break. And it just dawned on me. See, that's the thing being ADD. It's like, oh, yeah, you got those kooky man drops. Okay, well, whatever. So man night tonight, that means cigars, delicious food, and maybe a beverage or two.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it does.
No hot tubs this time, right?
Yeah, no, that was a special man night. That was partial clothing optional man night over at Rob from Meredith Party Rentals. How was your weekend? You sound a little tired. Are you tired?
A little bit. It was short. A lot of working, a lot of excessive drinking, probably.
So do you work at the club every night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, I did every day but Monday.
So you didn't work last night?
Nah, I couldn't do it. It was too much.
Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Where's my pictures? You said you were going to text me some pictures of you.
I forgot to take them. I don't take pictures. I'm sorry, Denny. I know. I'm sorry. I forgot. I had some good outfits this weekend too.
Now you're hurting the listeners. Now, Sandy and Terry, who are the only ones on Facebook right now, they watching us live. By the way, we have a new sponsor starting Monday.
I know.
Bakery Unlimited, baby.
Yes, sir.
They sponsor our Facebook Live, Saxon Square Plaza, Sylvania. Hey, you people, you don't have to drive from Sylvania over to the main store on Secor. The exact same stuff is right there in your backyard. People drive all the way over and go, yeah, but I just wanted to get an apple fritter. He goes, we got the same fritters over there. We bake them here. We ship them over there every day, fresh. There you go. Oh, you mean I could have saved myself 6 miles? Yeah, probably. Yep. Anywho, dude, you can't be hurting me.
I'm sorry.
You had one job this weekend.
I did some production work for you today. You might like it.
Okay. So you're making up for it. You're sucking up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how the world goes. All right. So Shout out Eddie Campos. Invited my wife and I. He does this, I think, like once a year, where he a bunch of friends and colleagues and business associates and all that. He rents out a theater and at Fallen Timbers, and he rented out theater and went to Beer Barrel beforehand to have a beverage with the lovely Michelle and the sometimes Rob from Meredith's Party Rentals. Anyway, we hooked up there with those guys because they're awesome human beings, and had a beverage, and then we walked over to the theater for the Tom Cruise movie. The what is it?
Mission Impossible 56.
Yeah, I think it is. It's number 50. I think it's the 8th one or something. The final, I don't know what it is. Here's the way I'm going to sum it up for you. Now, listen. I think I wrecked it for my wife because she loves Mission Impossible movies. Me, not so much. I mean, I went up on the Flixster, the old Rotten Tomatoes, and the critics are giving it like a 90, and the people that have seen it giving it like a 92. And I'm like, was I in the same movie?
I mean, I think you got to be a Mission Impossible type of person.
Okay, so you like a lot of action. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And you like to spend an exorbitant, that's it, amount of time in the movie theater where I had to get up and pee twice.
That's why you missed all the good stuff.
2 hours and 49 minutes.
That's a longer one. I would have watched that at home.
Or is it 2 hours and 39 minutes? It's over 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's.
And
I watched those at home.
I gotta pee again. I gotta get up and go. So I went up for the second time, and here's my impression of the movie. You ready? Here we go. What am I doing? Tom Cruise is running. He does a lot of running. Somebody needs to take that movie when it comes out on streaming and just edit all the times the dude is running. It's like he's chasing after a plane. Running.
Tom Cruise.
He's 62. The dude looks good. He really does.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of running. I call it the Tom Cruise running movie. Running long. That's what Tom's doing. He's running, and his movie's running long. But, I mean, all in all, whatever. If you liked those movies, Mission Impossible, you're going to love it. Me, I've never seen one before. Probably won't see another one.
I told you if you watch one, you saw them all.
Yeah.
Same plot.
So besides working, what'd you do this weekend?
Watched a little basketball, made dinner yesterday. My new mother-in-law's birthday party was Sunday. So
she's not officially your mother-in-law, so you don't have to get a gift.
Yeah. Well, we got her something nice.
Okay.
See, the great thing now is it comes from us instead of individual gifts.
Right. Which means Kay, your lovely fiance, is going to be the one buying it, and all you got to do go, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
And sign the card.
Yeah, sign the card. The thing that will happen to you, if it hasn't already, you will see that gift for the first time when mom opens it up.
Oh, no, I saw it in the car. I was like, oh, wow, that's
unwrapped.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a Pandora bracelet and
nice.
Some nice earrings. Yeah, I was like, okay.
So anyway, after the movie Friday night, came home and watched the Pacers give the Knicks that beatdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Did that one shock you?
Yeah, kind of did.
That one shocked me. I didn't think it would go like that.
Me neither. I was really surprised by that. Then Saturday we put together patio furniture, and then the highlight of the day on Saturday, recycling at Kroger. We had to take all the boxes back, and and then we had, very exciting, Saturday night. We know how to party, the Schaefers. Saturday night we went to the pet store and got kitty litter. Yeah, we're rolling, man. And then we went to Quimby's for dinner, which was nice. And then we came home to watch one of the most awesome. I mean, it wasn't exciting as much as it was fulfilling to watch the Walleye give friggin' KC that beatdown they gave them.
Yeah.
That
downtown was rocking.
Oh, I bet it was. Where
fireworks were going off, people were outside.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was nice.
So, what was first minute and a half of the game when Schmerrick's long pass to Anderson and Anderson scores on a breakaway? I'm like, this is going to be fun. I was sitting out in the catio at a stogie going, man, it was just awesome. So Saturday was probably that was a really good night. Well, Sunday was good. Dinner with Olivia. We went to Longhorn.
Okay.
I had gift cards. Thank you, Sherry from McCravers. Hadn't been to Longhorns in forever. Longhorn Steakhouse. That was very good.
Is it on Secor?
Talmadge. Across from the mall.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
I get those two confused.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Anyway, that was nice. Josh could have had a meal, but we were going to drive up to Ann Arbor and have dinner with the boy. And what he didn't get up until like 4:15 on Sunday afternoon.
It was a long Saturday, man.
I said, dude, we ain't driving. He gamed all night long. He didn't get to bed till 6. Anyway, so we were like, all right, Olivia, let's go. And then yesterday, golfing, Crooked Creek, had a blast.
It was a nice day yesterday, too.
Oh, it was really nice, dude.
Yeah.
And normally I don't like playing on weekends because, that's when the weekend hackers are out there and they play so damn slow. I want to fight. And I'm too old to fight. But I want to, but I'm still too old. But people behave themselves. And Crooked Creek was busy.
You got to think Memorial Day, there probably won't be as many like first-time golfers or part-timers. It's going to be the pros like you, man.
Yeah, pretty sure I'm not a pro. But here's the thing. No, that doesn't matter. Weekends is when the people come out that have time that aren't serious about their golf game.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of chicks, and they're slow. It's, boyfriend, girlfriend, some of that. Lucky those people were behind us. And for the love of God, put on some clothes, women, when you're out at the golf course. We men can't concentrate if you're wearing a freaking tube top and you're playing right behind us.
A lot of skirts. They got some
cute
cute golf gear now for the girls.
These half shirts, and then it's pink, and then, the oogly googlies are bouncing all over the place. Like, no, I got to make a putt here. I can't hear you giggling.
They got to look cute, Denny. You got to let them look nice sometimes.
No, forget that. Nurse Terry, the awesome goal was when Hawkins scored the empty netter. That was good. I think that's his only goal of the series.
Yeah, I'm glad he scored finally.
Me too. In the empty net, the one player from KC put his hands to his face in disbelief. The crowd erupted on that goal as it was the icing on the cake. Yes, it was, Nurse Terry. Thank you for that, Terry, sending those texts. All right, here's what we're going to do there, Hollywood. We're going to break, and then I'm coming back with something that hasn't happened in the world of sports since 1933.
Whew, I remember
I'm a little shocked by that little stat, that little fun fact, and I'm a little embarrassed for the U.S. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you what. Stay with us, and you'll find out next right here. Denny Radio, Sports and More, 100.7, The Ticket.
Denny Schaefer is Denny Radio on 100.7 The Ticket.
Attention golfers, looking for a hidden gem just minutes from Toledo? Come play Cherrywood Golf Course, a scenic 9-hole experience nestled in the heart of Ottawa Lake at 7910 Whiteford Center Road, 2 miles from US 23. With its tree-lined fairways, sloped greens, strategic bunkers, and a winding creek running through, Cherrywood is more than just beautiful. It's the perfect mix of fun and challenging for golfers of all skill levels. Whether you're sneaking in a quick round after work or enjoying a relaxing weekend game, Cherrywood delivers the kind of golf you'll want to play again and again. So why drive far when the best kept secret in golf is right in your backyard? Visit us on Facebook or golfcherrywood.com. That's golfcherrywood.com to learn more. Or you can call 734-856-6669 to book your tee time today. Cherrywood Golf Course, where 9 is fine if you don't have the time.
His Store and More wants to remind you Father's Day is going to be here June 15th. Now, what are you going to do for the guy that gave you so much? Good old dad sacrificed and supported you when you were younger. He's still doing it now. Okay, he might have missed a couple of ball games, but he was always your biggest cheerleader. Dad played catch with you, taught you how to ride a bike, taught you how to drive your first car, gave you money without mom knowing about it, and had your back every step of the way. Your dad is special. Shouldn't a gift you give him on Father's Day be special? His Store and More has it all in one store. It's the Man and Dad Superstore. Stop by His Store and More and pick up good old dad the perfect gift that tells him thanks for being the best dad in the world. So what are you waiting for? Head over to His Store and More, the Man Superstore today. You can always check him out on Facebook or hisstoreandmore.com. Located just past the Michigan line at 7325 Lewis Avenue next to Smokehouse 734 in Temperance, Michigan. Happy Father's Day, Dad, from his store and more.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. If you're over 50 and tired of your wireless bill getting higher and higher, there are 4 things to consider. 1, how much data are you really using? As we get older, we use less data on our wireless phone, but you're probably still paying for an unlimited plan that was designed for 20-somethings. 2, if you see Get a Phone on Us, get your sneakers out and run the other way. No one is giving you a free phone. You are paying for that phone over time with an overpriced rate plan and a long-term commitment. 3, check the fine print on that $15 a month plan. It's probably an intro price that'll double or triple later. You might even have to pay for several months of service up front. Number 4, be aware of cable company wireless plans. Most of your usage will be on Wi-Fi instead of 5G, and your calls and battery life could suffer. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide service without the big wireless bill. Our plans start at just $20 a month.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts, or our store in Toledo at Monroe Street Market Square Shopping Center. See site for additional facts.
Denny Radio.
I'm fast, I got stamina.
I know I don't look it,
and I know magic.
My worst quality is that I'm a perfectionist.
Have I mentioned this? Docile.
Sports and more on 100.7 The Ticket.
Did I miss a new rejoin? Did I? Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, you did. It's okay.
Oh, sorry. All right, my bad. I was handling some emails over at my computer because we are down to 79 tickets left, people. 79 general admission. That's it. So there you go. If you want to go to the disco party, which is happening a week from this Friday, Denman's got to get focused now. I gotta lock on, put my set list together, put the opening together. I kind of know what we're doing. I just gotta, sit down, figure it out. So yeah, I go on lockdown. I don't even know if I'll play golf next week. It all depends on how this weekend goes. If I can get everything done this weekend, I pull up my equipment.
I practice? You get some practice here?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, that's what happened this weekend.
What?
Technology failed me, Denny. I was like, Schaefer would be laughing right now, even though I'm having a meltdown.
What happened?
External hard drive dies out on me in the middle of my set.
So what do you do in that situation? Do you have CDs or vinyl or anything you can play?
Nope.
So do you whip out your phone and Bluetooth your phone over the system?
Yeah. So I played a couple of songs off my phone. I called a friend who he has some music catalog, asked him if he could rush his external over, and I just rocked out what he had. But there was also another DJ coming, so it kind of worked out.
Okay, so you know why that? They're the best. Great Lakes Sound, who I use for all my gigs. You ever work with those guys?
No.
They're the best. Anyway, that's why one of the reasons why I love using them is I don't have to worry about blowing an amp or anything or an external hard drive, because guess who's, it's their responsibility to keep the sound going, and they're monitoring it all the time so we don't blow it up. So that's kind of relaxing knowing that. So so you thought of me, and automatically when you thought of me and anything, oh yeah, Shafe wanted a picture and no picture.
Well, that's when the excessive drinking happened Friday night, because
that's when you go to the bottle.
Yeah.
That can happen. All right. So I told you the disco party, 79 tickets left, people. There you go. That's all I'm giving you. If you want a ticket, just go to Facebook, look up Denny Radio, search it. If you're not following, you should. And right there, pinned at the top, buy them all up. Goes to Little Blessings, Veterans Charity. They're awesome. And it's going to be a great time. And hopefully sold out, because my ego needs it sold out. Because
John said, are there any tables left for that disco party?
John did.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll respond to him. There might be one on the dance floor. I'm waiting to hear back.
Okay.
So I will respond to John if he's serious. There may be one on the dance floor. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Tage Thompson. I have no idea. T-A-G-E. Is it Tage? Taj? I don't know. Anyway, he scored.
T-A-G-E.
T-A-G-E. I would say Tage.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's not bad.
scored at 2:02 of overtime to give the United States a 1-0 victory over Sweden. Now, this happened on Sunday. And Thompson, the Buffalo Sabres star from Connecticut, fired a wrister past the goalie. Why is it so significant, ladies and gentlemen? It's just, well, check this out.
Out for Cooley, ahead to Thompson. Tage Thompson with Logan Cooley. Thompson in, shoots, scores! Tage Thompson, golden goal! And the United States has won the World Hockey Championship for the first time in 92 years.
92 freaking years?
What?
I did see that.
92.
Say what?
Since 1933. And USA beat Canada in the final in Prague 2-1 in 1933. Okay, how can that be? How can the United States, listen, I understand hockey's not our sport, but US is pretty damn good at hockey, okay?
Yeah. But why is it going on during the NHL postseason?
I don't know.
That's a little strange. When I saw that, I was like, well, I mean, I guess you could do, like, if you got kicked out already, you could play. But if you're trying to win a Stanley Cup, you're not too worried about the World Hockey Championship.
Right. Well, there's only 4 teams that are playing right now. So everybody else, like the Red Wings, they can.
Yeah, but even like I'm assuming they have to practice and, prepare. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, but I thought that was kind of a big damn deal. That's why I'm like, oh my gosh, it's kind of embarrassing and cool all at the same time. We haven't won since 1933. And then I'm sure you heard about this. And check out the announcer on this. This guy, he reminds me of Robin Leach of the Lifestyles and Rich and Famous.
He told us coming into this weekend, if I don't win the Indy 500 in my career, it will be a career unfulfilled. He had, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Pillow will win. For validation, vindication for Alex Pillow. He has won the Indianapolis 500.
There you go. That dude's pretty excited. So, by the way, the inaugural Weenie 500 happened, I think it was on Friday, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And that one's in the books.
Did you tune in?
No, but I saw it on Twitter, and I shared it. I shared it on X if you want to watch it, people. It's the cliches and the stupid puns that the announcers make. Maybe I'll play it for you on the air. If there's a lull in the show, you mean more than the last 28 minutes of lulls? Maybe I'll play it for you. Anyway, all 6 Wienermobiles in the Oscar Mayer fleet were in the race. The Sonoran Dog overheated, had to drop out. The Slaw Dog Wienermobile passed the Shy Dog to take the checkered flag by a bun length. The Weenie 500 Cup trophy was presented, and it was filled with, wait for it, hot dogs in buns. And if you want to see it, a whopping speed of 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, when I was watching it, I was like, why are they moving so slow? But I guess that's how it looks. When you're on the racetrack, it looks different.
Yeah, when you're going that slow. And first off, they're not race car drivers, and those cars aren't all souped up. They're Wienermobiles, Chris. That's what they are. They're there to draw attention. There used to be somebody here in Toledo that had a Wienermobile and used to drive around.
Yeah?
Yeah. In a Wienermobile, probably 5 years ago or so. I don't know if somebody bought it or built a replica or whatever, but we were driving around. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that. It's the Wienermobile. So I got up close to her and took a picture of it. We're following it. So we get a picture. We posted. It's on one of my Facebook posts in the last 5 years. If you want to go through all my
5 years of posts.
At least if I don't know. Do they stay up that long? I don't know.
Yeah. The cloud never takes it down, man.
No, now they're doing it. They're doing the videos. I know the videos are taken down because they can't afford all that storage. I'm serious. So, all right. So we're going all the way to 40, right?
Yeah, we got time.
Right, cool. I got some coffee going because, I got to get all juiced up for man night tonight. Got to be alert and ready to go. You just never know what we're going to talk about, what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, I know what we're going to do. We're going to BS, and then we're all going to go home and watch the game tonight because that's, and we're going to wait and see who the Walleye are going to be playing starting. Well, we won't know. We won't know until we know who the opponent is. Let me see. I took
It starts Saturday regardless, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Game one is either if Three Rivers wins, then Three Rivers is at Toledo starting this Saturday, 7:15. If Florida wins, but they're down 3-2.
Yeah.
Florida wins, Toledo's at Florida. So it starts Saturday. So either way. And we'll know no later than Wednesday because they're playing tonight.
And
if Three Rivers wins, it's over.
Yeah.
And if not, it continues game 7 to Wednesday. Now, here's the interesting thing. If Florida somehow pulls it out, because they got both games at home.
Yeah.
Well, they could win it.
Got a shot.
Game 4, Florida at Toledo. Florida at Toledo. So Florida is the opponent. Florida at Toledo, Friday, June 6th. Same night as the disco party. Which means downtown will be insane.
Yeah.
And this has happened before. I think it was 2019 when they were in the finals before.
Yeah.
That's the last time they were in the finals? Yeah, it had to be.
I believe so.
Yeah, so the Walleye are at home. I'm doing disco party, sold out, 2,000 people. And then another 3,000 people are in Fifth Third Field having a watch party. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, downtown, I might have to get downtown at like noon to get a parking spot.
Are the Hens in town?
No, the Hens are always out of town when I have my disco party. We schedule it that way.
All right, that's safe.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Hens are in town this week. I think it's Louisville, the Bats. And then next week, they're out.
Okay.
So there you go. All right, speaking of the Walleye have posted a 12-3 record in the playoffs. And they're playing strong in all zones, according to analysts, firing on all cylinders, winning 7 of 8 to reach the Kelly Cup Finals. Toledo has made it to the championship round for the third time since 2019. Okay, so it may have been 2019 or, it said it's 3 times, so I don't know when it was. And we'll open the final round series. Well, I already told you that. Either the Florida Everblades or the Three Rivers Lions. Toledo outscored its foes 54-19 in the playoffs, which is unbelievable. Goaltender Jan Bednar improved to 6-2 in the playoffs, 23 save effort in Game 5. Rookie Carter Guylander. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of leaning towards Guylander.
That's who you want to start game 1?
Yeah, I kind of do, but Bednar usually starts and Guylander gets a second one because, I think Bednar has a whiff of the NHL, I want to say. I think he's played in a game or two. I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyway, let's see. Guylander is 6-1. And like I said, who will they play? We could find out tonight. If Three Rivers beats Florida, we know who the opponent is. If not, it goes to a game 7, which would be 7:30 tomorrow night. So 7:30 tonight, 7:30 tomorrow. Okay, where can I watch that game? Is there like a streaming service like ECHL.com or something?
It's probably something through the website. And I always look for stuff on YouTube because someone's streaming it.
Yeah, maybe I will. I wouldn't mind peeping that out, seeing
what they look like.
Yeah, see what the opponents look like. Since we're talking about hockey, NHL, Carolina won their first Eastern Conference Finals game in 20 years. They beat the Panthers 3-0 on Monday night. Or they would have, elimination, baby. Carolina still trails 3-1, 8 o'clock tonight. You got Dallas at Edmonton. Oh, Edmonton looks tough. They're up 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised.
I think Edmonton and Florida will probably meet up.
Yeah, that's the way it's looking right now.
Yeah.
So there you go, people.
Can't count out the Stars.
Nope. And now you're up to date, people, on all things hockey, and hopefully you enjoyed that. 877-909-1007. You can call or text the show. Pittsburgh Rick. He says it was a great game on Saturday at the HC Huntington Center. Went with the wife and another couple. Even seen and said hello to Nurse Terry.
Okay.
Awesome. Way to go. Wow, 8,000 people. And you
run into
yeah. Wait a minute. I thought you said somebody texted about disco party tickets. They want to know if we have any walleye tickets.
It was on the Facebook.
Oh, the StreamYard thing?
Yeah.
Oh, John? Oh, yeah, John, I'll respond to you, dude. Don't you worry about it. Lodo, did you see Scooble's awesome game for the Tigers on Saturday? Yes, I was going to get to that, but let's get to it now. He came out on a mission. I think he remembered when Cleveland knocked us out of the playoffs last year. He pitched a complete game, shutout, last pitch, struck the guy out in the ninth, 103 miles an hour. Some of the best pitching I've seen since Verlander was with the Tigers, Lodo Joe. Totally agree, dude. Yes. I was actually watching that game, and the only reason I stayed with it is because when was the last time you saw a pitcher start a game and finish a game?
It's very rare nowadays.
Yeah, because they're so worried about, and I get it, but if every now and then he didn't even throw 100 pitches, so why not? So they let him.
Analytics.
Yeah, well, it sucks because it's hurting the game. Okay, you might see the starter for five innings.
Yeah,
6
at the most. Yeah.
Speaking of the Tigers, by the way, and they are looking good. I'm just here to tell you, they even though they lost 3 or 4 to Cleveland.
Eat him up, Tigers. Eat him up. 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 Let's eat him up.
Eat him up. Riley Green drove in 2 runs, helped the Tigers beat the San Francisco Giants 3-1 yesterday. Tigers center fielder Javier Baez was ejected in the 5th inning after an animated argument with the home plate ump over a called third strike. After the ejection, Baez had to be restrained by teammates and the third base coach. Tigers. Okay, so I don't know if you saw that video of him losing his mind.
Yeah, I saw it.
And normally baseball players look really stupid when they're, out of their minds and they're like spitting and all kind of stuff. But here's the thing. I was going to rip Javier until I watched it all. And then I saw the pitch that he was arguing. It wasn't even close to the freaking strike zone.
No.
It was so low. And this dopey umpire called it a freaking strike and rung him up. And I'm like, okay, I get why he's losing his mind. Because Tigers, it was only 1-0 at that point. The game could have went either way. And I get why he went nuts. Here's the question. When are we getting rid of the umps?
I don't think they're going to get rid of them, but I do think it will be, they'll have a lot less power. A little too emotional. Okay, and we have too much technology, especially for baseball. Here's
the deal. How about we just have umps stand there and make the motion of whatever AI tells them? Okay? If AI says it's a strike, give them the strike. Something like that.
You want to see the ring up still, but
yeah, do that, and then let them call plays at the plate or first, second, or third. Let them do that. But as far as balls and strikes, no, they're costing too many games. It's not fair. We have the technology. Why aren't we doing it? They might be doing it in minor leagues. It might be in single A. I think I don't think the umps are calling it in single A anymore.
They're going to come up with something because it's getting a little ridiculous now, especially when you got to throw guys out because you made a bad call.
Right. And then when they, when they look at it after and then they go, oh, my bad. Yeah, it's too late. You already rung the guy up. One of Tiger's better players. Anyway,
those catchers do a good job of, tricking the ump sometimes, but you got to frame it.
The way they frame it. Yeah, I hear you. By the way, the Tigers have an MLB high 19 wins in 26 day games this year. So the Tigers getting it done during day games. Up next, they play San Fran again tonight. 6:40. Yeah. 6:40 is your first.
We lost a lot of momentum against Cleveland, though. We got to get back on track.
Well, that's why it's good that they won and Cleveland lost.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. No, I like the Tribe. I do, unless they're playing the Tigers.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani, leadoff homer, jacked it out. Second straight game. Los Angeles Dodgers over the Guardians 7-2 last night. It was Ohtani's 5th leadoff homer this season and 17th since arriving in the majors from Japan in 2018. It's the first time he's had 19 home runs in the majors before June 1st. He's unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
he really is.
Yeah,
we should go to a game and watch him if they come to Detroit. They might even because they were they were in LA.
Yeah, we didn't play them again since that first series of the season. They'll be here.
Okay, we might.
That ticket's going to be a little pricey though.
Yeah, I know. Up next, Tigers play again this evening. First pitch at 6:10. 6:10, or no, that's Cleveland at 6:10. Detroit's at 6:40. And the Reds 7-4 wieners of the Kansas City Royals on Monday. And the Mud Hens were off yesterday. Louisville is in town, like I mentioned, and they're in all week tonight. Hens and Hounds night.
The first official one.
There you go. Going to be a lot of dogs at Fifth Third Field. First pitch there, 6:05. 6:05. All right, there you go. Let's get to a break. Coming back, Pints and Prayers. We lost a celeb over the weekend. Who am I talking about? Find out next, right here at 100.7, The Ticket.
Denny Radio. Call or text the show 877-909-1007. Sports and more on 100.7 The Ticket.
This hour is brought to you by Dunn Chevy. If you have a fender bender, wouldn't you want it repaired by the best bodymen in town? The Dunn Collision Center is that place. Find us at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-285-2521. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-285-2521. 800-285-2521. 800-285-2521.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results vary. Consult with your tax professional prior to enrollment.
Salute to savings with Employee Pricing Plus during the Memorial Day sales event at York Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. York! Shop over 800 in-stock vehicles, up to $12,000 in savings on select new models. Leases as low as $239 a month or 1.9% financing up to 72 months. Plus York Cares at no extra charge. York Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.com. Honoring Memorial Day with a savings celebration. Excludes tax, title, and fees. APR on select vehicles. Not all will qualify. Ends 5/31/25. York!
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text LEAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text LEAP to 321-321. That's LEAP to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
You know what makes a great time even better? Great deals. So when you're having a great time playing pool with your friends at Miscue, keep this in mind. On Monday, get $1 off any tall draft. And on Tuesdays, all hot dogs and bottled beers are only $3. So grab some friends or even your family and head to Miscue, where the fun just gets better. Find us on Reynolds near Glendale and Alexis near Telegraph, or online at MiscueToledo.com.
Planning either a party or a summer bash? Our amazing party rentals has bounce houses, slides, games, tables, chairs, and more. Visit this station's site right now to get 2 $100 gift certificates for our amazing party rentals for the price of one. And let's make your party amazing.
Black and white sports, no gray.
What you don't do if you Serena Williams
is allow Russell Wilson and Sierra to attend the damn event, sitting up there in damn sunglasses.
Blaming Russell?
That's why she lost. That's why she lost. I don't want to hear nothing about running to the corner. I don't want to hear nothing about no shots. I don't want to hear nothing about no young girls playing sick. Damn front running. Let's ride. 1-2 step. Man, get your asses out of here.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7. The Ticket, Denny Radio, Sports and More.
Are you referring to our student athletes?
Student athletes. Oh, that is brilliant, sir. Now, when we sell their likeness for video games, how do we get around paying for our student athletes then?
On 100.7, The Ticket.
I love it. Welcome back, boys and girls. Denny Radio Sports and More brought to you by St. Mary's Meats, the only place to go for fresh cut local meat. Nobody beats AJ's Meat. All right, 877-909-1007. Thanks for allowing Chris and moi into your cookie lives, people. All right, Phil Robertson. Did you ever watch Duck Dynasty, Chris? My guess is probably not.
Yeah. Duck Dynasty used to be like really popular.
Dude, it was huge.
Yeah.
So Phil Robertson, the patriarch of the family behind Duck Dynasty, passed away on Sunday, 79 years old. No word on cause of death, but Phil had been suffering from Alzheimer's. Oh, that's a horrible disease.
That's a tough one.
And a blood disorder. The family said they're having a private service, but will, quote, share details soon about a public celebration of his life. He founded the family's hunting company, Duck Commander, in 1972. He now has a patented duck call where he makes all his money. The family's A&E reality show premiered in 2012 and ran for 11 seasons. And guess where I was broadcasting in 2012?
Where at?
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guess who I interviewed?
Did you meet the crew? You met the crew?
I interviewed Willie.
Okay.
And we hit it off, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. And then my contract ran out, and I moved back to Toledo, and I never was able to go over and meet him and all that. And he's like, yeah, you got to come on here, man. We'll work it out. And then I moved.
They made a lot of money.
Oh, dude. I bet you he's a billionaire. I bet you Phil Robertson is a billionaire between the TV show and, all the stuff, duck supplies and everything. I'll bet you that they are. By the way, a new version of Duck Dynasty, the revival, debuts this Sunday, June 1st.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Phil died, and it's almost like he dies on Sunday, and the following Sunday, the revival of the show happens a week later. That's great PR. If you're going to die, you die a week before your new show's going to go on. I think he did it on purpose.
I don't think so, but yeah.
No, I think he did. I think he was ready to meet Jesus. He was very controversial. A lot of people didn't like him because he was very bold in his beliefs of the Bible and beliefs of Jesus. And a lot of people didn't like him because he was a huge celebrity. And cancel culture tried to take him down and didn't.
Yeah, he ruffled some feathers.
Oh, man, did he ever? Because he stood for the Lord. He's like, yeah, okay, well, here's what the Bible says, and this is what my family does. And I'm like, oh, you can't believe that. Those are just stories. Well, he did. He believed them. Anyway, now here's a fun fact about him. In the late 60s, Phil played quarterback for Louisiana Tech University. You know who his backup was?
Who?
Terry Bradshaw.
Really?
Yep, he started over Terry Bradshaw. Phil could have probably gone pro, but he's like, nah, I'm more interested in hunting. Well, back then.
I was going to say at that time, it's not the same.
Oh, yeah. Back then when he was playing,
yeah,
pro football players had jobs during the summer and the spring when their football wasn't going on.
Yeah, that's when you could smoke cigarettes on the sideline.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could see old footage. Old NFL films where coaches are just puffing away, oh yeah, they got a Camel no filter, just firing it up and whatever. Paul Mall or Winston, I don't know. I don't smoke, so I don't know, but I'm just firing crap out. Anyway, so R.I.P. to Phil. And Willie sent me a bobblehead of his dad, so I have it. I should grab it during the break because I have it.
Yeah, bring it down.
Yeah, I'll show people. So for those of you watching on Facebook, how many we got? 9 people watching us online right now. And let's see. 6 of them are on X, Denny Radio.
That's our
And
bots we pay for.
Yeah, that's our bots. 1 on YouTube and 2 actually watching on 100.7 The Ticket.
All right.
Are our followers going up on The Ticket? Have we looked to see since we've been on?
I think since we got to our magic number, we haven't really been pushing people anymore.
Well, okay, so it's 114 followers. So when we started, it was well under 100, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 70
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of work. We'll get our bonus in our quarterly revenues report.
I'm sorry. You're speaking a language I do not know of. Anyway, whatever, dude. You're pretty funny. All right, there you go. Where are we in the hour? I still got a minute or 2 here left. Let me see what I got. Oh yeah, dude, we got time up to yin yang. Let's do the ass hand of the day, shall we, people? Once we get this sponsor, we're gonna have to come up with some music for the ass hand of the day.
Yeah,
I like this feature.
Ass hat.
Yeah. So if this guy was looking for the stupidest way to show that he isn't responsible enough to be around children, he nailed it. This is the picture I put up on our Facebook page. Okay. Pictured the guy. That's his arrest pic. 27-year-old guy, and he's from
Alabama.
His name's Ryan Hernandez, and he was pulled over. This was last Wednesday because he was swerving all over the place, and the coppers conducted a field sobriety test, which he failed. Then the cops noticed an infant strapped in a car seat in the rear of the vehicle. So this guy wasn't just putting his own life on the line, as well as the lives of the others on the road, but he also endangered a 2-year-old baby in the back seat, which you have to imagine is probably his. Well, he got arrested on a slew of charges: DUI, reckless endangerment, possession of an open container, improper lane usage, driving without insurance, operating a vehicle with an expired tag.
Sheesh.
And he posed for his mugshot at the station. And at the time, he was wearing a shirt that said, "You nailed it." The shirt seems to be for a construction company called Evermore Homes. Unclear if he works there. Well, if he worked there, it's now past tense because I'm pretty sure this has gone viral. And unless he owns Evermore Homes, and I'm guessing probably not. Yeah. Anyway, Ryan Hernandez, you are the
ass hat
of the day. Congratulations.
Ass hat.
That's pretty funny, though. That's like the shirt, at least. I mean, not what he did. That was pretty stupid.
Oh, that's horrible. But wearing
that's
the
a good
shirt.
promo for your business, too, man.
Yeah. There you
nailed
it. Adam just sent a message. Awesome show, boys. All right, thank you. Hollywood, join the Facebook Live today. Denny, time hasn't done you well. Mwahaha. Dude, I'm 66. You want to fight?
He said he's just kidding. That's
I
what
know.
they
He just messing with it. I know. I don't care. No, dude, listen. I'm embracing being old. I am, because I'm now starting to change my attitude. It's a privilege to get old. It's a privilege to be in pain 24/7.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't blessed to see the years that you've seen, Denny Schaefer.
Hey, Memorial Day. I mean, what was Memorial Day?
Yeah.
18, 19, 20-year-olds all dying. They never got to 66. So, but anyway, Adam, you're a kooky dude. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. But you can suck it. All right, there you go. All right, now we're going to get to a break, and then we're going to come back. What do we have? Well, we got to talk NBA because we got a big game tonight.
Yeah.
I think who wins tonight wins the series. I said that with OKC, and that now that's a series. Or no, that's over. That's
that's
they won
over.
again. Yeah, that one's over. So I said whoever won the first one. I'm now saying whoever wins tonight between the Knicks and the Pacers, whoever wins tonight is going to win the series. I'm going out on the line. All right, we'll come back and talk about that and anything else you guys want to talk about. 877-909-1007. Hour 2, DennyRadio Sports and More. Coming up next, 100.7 The Ticket.
Denny Radio. Call or text the show 877-909-1007. Sports and more on 100.7 The Ticket.
For 20 years, Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick has represented Ohioans in every county across our state. With thousands of reviews, the numbers speak for themselves. This is just the beginning of our story. Hurt in a car? Call KNR.
Hey everyone, it's AJ from St. Mary's Meats. Did you ever wonder where your meat comes from? Well, St. Mary's Meats does and cares. With all of our fresh and frozen meat selections cut weekly, as well as our 33 flavors of brats and 19 flavors of snack sticks made in-house, plus getting local beef, lamb, and hogs in, we care about our quality. We're located just west of Seaport Metro Park. Check St. Mary's Meats out on Facebook, and remember, we're killing it and you're grilling it.
Got a new ride or want to keep your used car looking new? At Precision Auto Detailing, we bring back that showroom shine. Visit the station site today for your sweet deal. Spend $50, get $100. Located in Bedford and West Toledo, it's Precision Auto Detailing.
Hi, I'm Abigail Mann.
And I'm Jeff Mann, and we'd like to welcome you and invite you to Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers.
I love helping couples find the perfect engagement ring. One of the values that I bring as a graduate gemologist is expertise. Finding that perfect engagement ring for that perfect someone is a one-of-a-kind moment.
We have beautiful, breathtaking, amazingly unique styles to choose from. Items that you will not find anywhere else in the area.
No matter what you're looking for, we have the perfect man-made diamond waiting here for you.
You know you want to give her the biggest and the best quality diamonds you can. With Man-Made Diamonds, we make dreams come true.
Man-made diamonds are 100% real diamonds. Man-made diamonds are available exclusively at Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers.
Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers, 5247 Monroe Street in Toledo. JeffreyMannFineJewelers.com.
Hey, football fans, bragging rights are on the line when this year's Italian Bowl Mayor's Cup competition kicks off at St. Francis de Sales Alumni Stadium. Come on out Saturday, June 14th, beginning at 2 p.m. to see Northwest Ohio area leaders revisit their youth and put their skills to the test.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
Weather from the Jim White Toyota Weather Center. Great offers on new 2025 Toyotas arriving daily. Right car, right price, right now.
It'll be mostly cloudy through the day today with temperatures once again reaching the lower 70s. We do have a minimal chance of a shower for the evening. Better chance of rain overnight tonight. With a low down to 55 degrees and off and on rain expected for your Wednesday. With a high just of 60 degrees coming up for Wednesday afternoon. And the First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ross Elliott.
This weekend on ESPN Radio. It's a World Series rematch in Los Angeles.
Ohtani, a three-run blast.
Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Dodgers go head-to-head with Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees.
Judge going back, jumps, and he made the catch.
The Yankees at the Dodgers.
Coverage begins Saturday night at 6:30. First pitch at 7 o'clock here on Toledo's Home for Baseball, 100.7 The Ticket.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus Media station.
This is Sports Center.
I'm Christine Lisi. Pacers forward Aaron Neesmith, the team's top defender. Game time decision for Game 4 of the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals tonight versus the Knicks because of a sprained right ankle. 7:30 Eastern, ESPN Radio. Neesmith has started all 13 games for Indiana this postseason and has been the team's primary defender on Knicks guard Jalen Brunson. Pacers are up 2-1. Nuggets guard Russell Westbrook is having surgery on 2 fractures in his right hand. Stars top line center and second leading scorer this NHL postseason, Rope Hintz. Game time decision, Game 4 of the West Final against the Oilers tonight due to a lower body injury. 8 Eastern ESPN, Dallas down 2-1. NFL Bills pass rusher Joey Bosa suffered a calf injury working out with the team last week. Won't likely participate again this spring. He is expected to be ready for training camp. Bosa's dealt with multiple injuries the last few seasons.
Guess who's back? Back again. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
It is hour 2. DennyRadio Sports More brought to you by St. Mary's Meats, the place to go for local fresh cut meat. Nobody beats AJ's Meat. Nobody. 877-909-1007. Join in the convo if you care or not. Just sit there and steal from us by listening. Just being eavesdroppers. Not participating at all. Hope you can sleep at night with that, knowing that you're thieves. Stealing from me in Hollywood. Yeah, we're going to get tired of it at some point. Let's say hi to the producer, Chris.
Hollywood.
I need to play that more because I just love that clip. There's a commercial that is on TV, and every time it comes on, it's the instrumental of it. I forget what product it even is. I'm like, oh, Hollywood.
Yeah,
I just
next
think
time
of
you
you.
see it, let me know.
All right, I can do that. All right, let's talk some NBA, shall we, people? It's ball night tonight. What about last night?
Throws it inside, deflected from Williams, and that's it. It's over. Oklahoma City rebounds from a 42-point loss and takes a commanding 3-1 lead in this Western Conference final.
Yeah, it's over. They have no shot, right?
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah, Minnesota didn't play that well. I watched the whole first half, and I'm like, ooh, not good.
Yeah, they didn't look the Stars didn't look aggressive, and
No.
they got slammed on all day. Anthony Edwards and Randall, but yeah, that
Shea had 40.
Thunder thing. Yeah, he almost had a triple-double, 49 and 10, I want to say.
Yeah, he had 9 assists, 10 boards. So if he had had one more assist, you would think he would have had another assist, but that's still pretty awesome.
Yeah, great game from them. I like the Thunder.
I did too. I think they're gonna. It will not surprise me if they win it all. It will not at all because they are just they're beasts.
Yeah.
And to come back after losing by 42 points, that's big. That's big.
They took that after that first half. They pretty much took that game off though. It was like, yeah, this is over. We're not going to waste energy trying to come back.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They got in that position in the first place.
Yeah.
And obviously Minnesota blew their entire wad.
Yeah.
In that game, and there's like, okay, now what are you going to do for an encore? Well, we're going to come. I mean, it was close. I mean, it could have went either way, but when I was watching,
Yeah, but it didn't feel close. It wasn't as close as that score is. It was.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves made runs, and they brought it back closer than maybe was comfortable for OKC, but it felt like OKC pretty much dominated the game. Shea was cooking. They were playing good defense. I just like that squad, man. They're young. That's what makes it scary. Like, and I know injuries because we said the same thing probably about the Celtics 2-3 years ago, but they look legit.
All right, well, we're going to see what happens tonight. Tyrese Halliburton's blaming himself for the loss, the second half collapse, game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And it was Karl Anthony Towns, 20 points in the fourth quarter by himself. He had 20 of the 36 points. Strangely, the road team has won each of the first 3 games, and the Knicks have won 6 of 7 on the road this postseason. Tyrese, who will have plenty of motivation tonight, his father, John, will be watching from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, sitting in a suite.
Can't come
John
back.
Halliburton has not attended a game after it was decided that he would not attend home games or road contests following an on-court confrontation with Giannis from the Bucks. That was back in April. Do you believe for a fact or for a second that John Halliburton has not been in the games? Because I think he's been to every one. I think he's worn a disguise.
I think he had to take a nice little break and sit down.
Your son is in the conference finals, and you're not at every stinking game.
Yeah, you got to sit down.
Whether you got to dress up as a woman and wear a wig, there's nothing wrong with that. A dad will do. Listen, you would dress up as a woman to go watch your kid perform at the highest level. You will do that, Chris, if God blesses you and Kay with babies. You would do that. I would do it in a second. I might do it just for fun. No, I'm telling you, I think John Halliburton has been to all the games. I don't think he's missed them.
I think we would have saw videos in 2025 if he was there, unless they snuck him in and he was in a box somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. They put him in a closet somewhere where nobody else could see.
You can't.
Or he dressed up like a woman and he was sitting right there courtside. We don't know.
The
There's
closet.
a lot of ugly women out there, dude.
A
A lot of ugly women sitting courtside. Anyway, so he's missed 8 games. And since the decision was made by the Pacers front office, and he was very understanding and accepting of that decision, according to sources, he will continue to remain away from road games, according to other sources from ESPN. So tonight, 8:00, Knicks at the Pacers, TNT. Pacers lead it 2-1. I say whoever wins tonight's going to win the series.
I think this one is going 7 regardless, even if the Knicks find themselves down 3-1.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to. I think they'll lose. I think they'll lose 4-1. If they lose tonight, I think the Knicks lose.
You
their
think
next
they'll
game.
just pack it in? I don't know. Going to the Garden.
Where they've lost?
Yeah. Yeah. They don't play really well in New York. They do play good on the road. I don't see Cat doing that again. I don't believe in Cat. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I don't either. I think he's kind of puffy. He's kind of
I
soft.
can see this one going to the Pacers, kind of like how that game with the Thunder and the Timberwolves went. We dropped one and then we go ahead, take care of business, go up 3-1. But I could see the Knicks easily pushing this to 7. These games have been much better than OKC. The Western Conference games have been
Yeah, I would say. So tonight, Indiana's favored by 2.5. 220.5 is the over-under.
That's not bad.
I think I'm taking the over. If I was betting man, I'd take the over 220.
220, that's 110 apiece.
Yep. I think it'll go higher than that. I think with Indiana, if they get out and start running, New York tries to run with them. If they're hitting threes, it'll go way over that. Just saying. I'm not putting any money on it because, I'm a sissy boy, but I'm just telling you. So
I can see a big game from Brunson, though. He's due for one.
Dude, every game he's huge.
Yeah, but that last game he only had 23.
Isn't that something? 23 points and he had a bad night. Come on.
Yeah.
He had 5 freaking fouls with
a lot of free throws.
5 fouls. Didn't he have 5 fouls on him with in the third quarter or something crazy? You got to stop that. They got to listen. You can't have the best players. You can't have the best players being worried about fouling out. I'm telling you, NBA needs to adopt some kind of rule where you don't foul out, but after your 6th foul, you lose possession and the other team gets 3 shots.
Yeah, but you got to learn how to play defense too without putting hands on people.
Well, he's a flopper. I mean, he creates it himself. I mean, it's on him what he does. All right, bad news for the WNBA. Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark. She is the entire WNBA. Would we be talking about the WNBA if somebody other than Caitlin Clark had gotten hurt?
Maybe Asia Wilson. I like Asia a lot.
Yeah, I don't think we would.
No, she brings eyes to the WNBA. I'll say that.
Caitlin Clark has put the WNBA on the map, dude. You watch how the ratings are going to tank over these next 2 weeks because Caitlin's got a boo-boo.
I'm not gonna lie, Denny. I don't have Ion, so I'm not watching many games if they're not coming on ESPN.
Well, yeah, that's the only place I watch them. Are they really on Ion? Is that where they are?
Yes, they are.
That's a hot network right there.
They're on they put them on in the club sometimes. I mean, the WNBA is cool.
It's not. I tell you what, the basketball is awesome. But Caitlin Clark adds to it, and she makes a game that you would never watch more exciting, and you want to watch to see what the heck's going to happen.
And it's regular season. It's not like she's missing the playoffs. It'll be fine.
She's out 2 weeks, dude. She strained her left quadriceps during Saturday's 90-88 loss to the defending WNBA champ New York Liberty. Coach Stephanie White told reporters yesterday, She wasn't sure exactly when Clark was injured, but an MRI confirmed the diagnosis. It's the first time in Clark's career she missed a game after playing in all 40 games in both playoff games last season and the first 4 games this year.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when I saw the news because of the way their college season ends and then they go straight to the WNBA. I would have thought last season she would have gotten hurt.
Right, because her body didn't have a chance to recover.
Yeah, but now she's off a full off season. Sucks, but she'll be all right. They got a good squad.
But will the WNBA be okay? Because I'm telling you, ratings are going to go down, Hollywood. You watch.
Let's see. I'll pull up their next few games.
You know they're going to make a big deal out of it if the ratings go down.
They're going to dip, but I guess
it's like Tiger Woods. If Tiger Woods is in the field, television ratings are huge.
So 2 weeks from now, that'll be what, June 14th?
Yeah.
They got another big game against the Liberty. They played the Dream. They played the Sky again. Yeah, a couple of these games probably would have been more marquee games. Yeah.
Probably, they would have featured them in a prime spot on ESPN, but they're not going to do that now.
Yeah, they would have. That Sky game, what's that on CBS? Like some of these games, I'm like, we'll see. The Mystic, that one's supposed to be on NBA TV. Yeah, so they might be messing with the schedule right now. The ratings are definitely going to dip, but it's only
one person.
Yeah, she does have the Tiger Woods effect. I think that's the best comparison.
She does. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back about some awesomeness in Perrysburg and Sylvania, and Bigfoot is closer than you think, people. What am I talking about? Stay with us. You'll find out next, right here at 100.7 The Ticket.
I thought he retired. Denny Radio is on 100.7 The Ticket.
You make the best burgers in town. And customers love them. But when you're busy running your business, keeping up with reviews isn't easy. You need a boost. Cumulus Boost helps you collect, manage, and showcase reviews so more customers find you. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Hey everyone, it's AJ from St. Mary's Meats. Did you ever wonder where your meat comes from? Well, St. Mary's Meats does and cares. With all of our fresh and frozen meat selections cut weekly, as well as our 33 flavors of brats and 19 flavors of snack sticks made in-house, plus getting local beef, lamb, and hogs in, we care about our quality. We're located just west of Secord Metro Park. Check St. Mary's Meats out on Facebook, and remember, we're killing it and you're grilling it.
Hi, it's Mookie. Searching for the perfect diamond is about more than just the cut, clarity, and carat, and that's where Northwood Jewelers is here to help. If it's an earth mined or lab-grown diamond, Northwood Jewelers is your go-to jewelry destination with 3 generations of expertise, from beautiful rings, stunning necklaces, permanent jewelry, or even their collection of birthstones. Visit Northwood Jewelers, 4612 Woodville Road, online at northwoodjeweler.com. Northwood Jewelers, service before, during, and after the sale.
The Legacy Golf Club offers a picturesque setting for your wedding ceremony or reception. Their indoor reception room has floor-to-ceiling windows that overlook their 18th hole pond and green, accommodating 200 guests indoors or 300 outdoors. Create your perfect wedding day at the Legacy Golf Club. Exquisite food, amazing service, and just a short drive away on U.S. Highway 223 in Ottawa Lake, Michigan. Find out more at playlegacy.com.
Need a boost? We have the perfect sweet deal for you. Prime IV Hydration and Wellness Perrysburg is offering a $50 certificate for just $25. Go to this station's website and click Sweet Deals today. Prime IV Hydration and Wellness. Your path to better health starts here.
Pay only $20.27 until 2027. Lock in huge savings on the best internet with Buckeye Broadband. Get 200 meg internet for only $20.27 per month until 2027. That's a guaranteed price for 2 years. No surprises, just savings. Plus, stream up to 50 super channels and enjoy the BCSM Plus app free with this offer. Need mobile phone? Get Max Mobile from Buckeye Broadband for only $29.99 a month. Call now and ask how you can score up to $300 cash back. Call 419-724-9800. Some restrictions apply. Visit BuckeyeBroadband.com for complete offer details.
Salute to savings with Employee Pricing Plus during the Memorial Day sales event at York Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. York! Shop over 800 in-stock vehicles, up to $12,000 in savings on select new models. Leases as low as $239 a month. month or 1.9% financing up to 72 months. Plus, York cares at no extra charge. York Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.com. Honoring Memorial Day with a savings celebration. Excludes tax, title, and fees, APR, and
I'm going to do these two stories and then news quickies. So get ready for that.
A lot of people work really, really hard for their dreams, but it's not meant for everybody.
That's why you use auto-tune and I don't.
No rules on this show.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Denny Radio is on 100.7 The Ticket.
I love it. Welcome back, peeps. Hopefully you're having a great day. I know a lot of people are dragging butt, because it's a day after a holiday. You probably played too hard.
We need to get that Tuesday off sometimes.
Yeah, but then it's going to be the same thing on Wednesday because you're going to play too hard on Tuesday. So, and we have no discipline. I know I don't.
Give me the 5th of July off. Give me the day after New Year's Day off.
Dude, I'm taking that whole week off, July.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll be gone anyway.
Oh, well, I'll be gone.
You're on your honeymoon. So we're off. Denny Radio.
Yeah.
We got to do a promo. Say we're not on. Because it'll be regular programming like it was yesterday.
Yeah, sorry, guys. You got to listen to the National Boys.
Yeah, they suck. They're not as good as us. They don't talk about man night.
There's a code. Bros before hoes, man.
That's right. Tonight we got man night.
Bros before hoes.
Angelo's, Northwood Villa. Looking forward to it. Anyway. All right. I tell you what, I got choked up reading the Blade today. Not because the paper sucks. They're trying. That's what I give you. The Blade is trying. So, we need a newspaper, but it is what it is.
The Toledo Journal, that's the go-to, man.
Yeah, okay. Do you have
Real
a free subscription there? You could give me the login. Anyway, the headline, Perrysburg salutes servicemen. Residents honor loved ones at Memorial Day parade ceremony. U.S. Navy Army Corps Air Crewman Barry Bidwell told the story. He was an A-3 Sky Warrior during a combat mission. His plane went down June 18, 1971 in the South China Sea, just off the coast of Vietnam. By the way, it's the 50th anniversary of Vietnam being over.
Wow.
I would think there'd be a lot more tributes and a lot more, maybe 4th of July. No, Memorial Day should have been it, right?
Yeah, but I think Vietnam is one of those wars like America tries not to get too deep into.
Okay, that's fine. But the men and women that went there forcibly, they need to be celebrated. So, celebrate that. So 50 years, wow, a war never should have happened. Okay, but I don't want to get political. I'm not going to go down that road because it just pisses me off. This is our government. This is what our government does. They do stupid stuff. They're still printing pennies, even though it costs 4 cents to make a penny. Why are we making pennies? It costs 4 cents to make a penny, Chris. Why? We don't need pennies. Stop it. Sorry. So yesterday, so his plane went down June 18th, 1971, and the plane wreckage never recovered. Yesterday, the family members of the fallen Vietnam War veteran marched in the annual Memorial Day parade downtown Petersburg, carrying his picture, his war decorations. Because his body was never recovered, there was never any other way to honor my brother, so I enlisted my son and grandson to come and walk in the parade, said his brother Robert Bidwell, who's 73. Thousands of parade onlookers cheered and waved flags as they watched war veterans lead the parade, followed by marching bands, baton twirlers, antique and sports vehicles, fire equipment, a steamed engine, and floats by area churches.
That's pretty cool.
Really? Floats by area churches? What? I wonder what are the floats? Like, did they make up floats like Jesus in the Last Supper?
Just American flags and stuff,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's a great opportunity to proselytize, or however you say that word, to, I don't know, get a captive audience. Same thing, by the way, in the city of Sylvania. Thousands of people showed up for the Memorial Day parade. See, that's awesome. That's the kind of stuff that really gets me excited.
I was watching a new Netflix documentary about the Thunderbirds. Have you ever heard of them?
Oh, yeah.
The Air Force Thunderbirds.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Weren't they just here for the air show?
They didn't tell me.
The Blue Angels.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I didn't get invited to that, and I was actually very sad because I do a lot of the remotes for Q, but Eric definitely wanted that one. I was like,
Well,
yeah.
why didn't you tech it with him just so you could go on grounds?
Big money.
What do you mean big money? It was during the day. You couldn't have missed out on money.
I charge too much to tech. My tech fees are
Okay,
pretty
but
high.
you get to go to the show, which you've never been to, dude. You're not thinking outside the box, dude. You get into radio for the free crap. That's why we got into radio.
I could have went. I think I had a scheduling conflict that day anyways. It's okay.
Okay. Anyway, what were we talking about? Because I've lost total train of thought.
Sylvania, Memorial Day.
Yeah, it was very cool. And I hope that more cities and there's more celebrations of the 50th anniversary of that god-awful war in Vietnam. I really do. That's why I do my charities for veterans, because I love them. I love veterans.
Yeah.
Because they did something I was not man enough to do. I was not willing to fight for my country. I just wasn't. And, and I appreciate them that did. So that's why I always do charitable events for our veterans. And I'm going to continue doing that.
Yeah.
Even after this disco party. I don't know if I'm doing any more, but I'm doing one on Friday.
I think you got one more in you.
I do. Next Friday. I don't know, dude. The stresses around it are starting to wear the old man out.
Well, you
And
can
it
do
won't
it.
fuck up there.
Just get. Just get. That's the thunder from God.
It is.
Just
Stop doing them. You're old. That's what he's telling me.
Just get a new DJ or
Then it's not a Denny Schaefer party. If I'm not running it, if I don't have my fingers on the controls, no. Sharon wants me to teach Olivia to do it, and she can already mix. She cheats like you do. She's got a mixer, and she can mix because a computer does it. I said, that's not. No.
You
That's
still
not the
got
way
to
it's
pick
done.
songs. You got to read the crowd. You're still DJ.
It's not the same. It's not. You guys aren't doing. You're not doing train wreck mixes like I do, and then talking over them because they sound like crap. That's why I talk so much, to make up for it. Anyway, Sylvania and Perrysburg and all the other little communities that had Memorial Day parades. God bless you for doing that.
Yeah.
And thank you for remembering. That is really, really cool. Okay, I don't know what to make of this next story. At first, I thought it was fake news, but apparently Bigfoot has been spotted in Monroe, Michigan. Yeah. May 18th, 2025, Bigfoot sighting in Monroe, according to the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization. Yes, it exists. The Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization has found that a father and son who reported seeing a Bigfoot in a marshy area of Monroe County in Monroe, Michigan. Credible. Bigfoot Field Research Organization, BFRO, what they do, or it's BFRO for short, the organization claims to be the only scientific research organization exploring the Bigfoot Sasquatch mystery. According to the father and son in Monroe County, they saw Bigfoot this very weekend. The BFRO report says a 47-year-old man, his 12-year-old son were bow fishing around 11:30 a.m. on Sunday, March 18th. You dude should have been in church. What the hell? They saw Bigfoot in the area of I-75 and La Pleasance Road in Monroe. There's no way Bigfoot is going to be anywhere near the expressway. There's no way, because that's going to be too loud.
Yeah.
There's no way. Anyway, they were in the wooded area behind the Monroe County inmate dormitory facility and near a quarry, according to the report. It's illegal to hunt there, but fishing is allowed. Oh, well, that's why Bigfoot's there. You can't kill him. You can't hunt him. So that makes all the sense in the world. 100 yards into the marsh, the dog scared up something that was bedded there. Trees were shaking. We thought it was a group of deer. We continued on 200 more yards to the creek basin in the marsh. Around that time, the man and his son heard sirens, so they stopped, pulled out their earbuds, and listened on their police scanner app on his phone. Okay, so why would you pull out your earbuds? Because if you pull up your scanner on your phone, it goes right through your earbuds. I'm smelling a lie now.
Now you're smelling.
I am. I was all in until then. All in. Anyway, all of a sudden I heard rustling in a tree to the left and a huge thud hitting the ground from the tree. A big, heavy animal hit the ground and crouched and started moving towards me through brush. My dog fired off from the right of me toward the creature. The dog almost got to it, but the creature shot off extremely fast through trees and brush.
Man.
The dog chased the creature up a slope over the train tracks. I then called for my dog to come back.
And he came back at that instant, huh?
Yep. The 12-year-old said the creature was the size of a bear, but looked like a gorilla. During a follow-up investigation, the BFRO investigator said he found the man and his son to be credible. Yeah, except the whole earbud thing. I think that was BS, my man.
There are brown bears in Michigan.
I'm not sure Monroe County, though. I asked many questions about what they saw and what the animal did, the investigator wrote. I asked enough to discern that it was not a bear. It was a large, dark, furred primate that ran up a slope on two legs looking like a gorilla from behind. Yes, that would be Bigfoot. The investigator said the creature jumped from 10 feet up the tree, but never faced the man and his son. It ran up the slope on two legs, about 6 feet tall, and hunched over. The investigator said the encounter lasted less than 10 seconds, so there was no chance to get a picture. There are lots of cattails around that marsh, the investigator wrote. Two things Bigfoot consume, especially in winter. Okay, it's not winter, douche.
I got a special note from Josh.
Cattails and deer, they're two of the likely food sources around this marsh. And Bigfoots love cattails.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what? Josh, the program director of 100.
Yeah, he had a special question. He said where the witnesses happened to be near the exit to where all the green businesses are when they allegedly saw.
Yeah, I'll bet you they went to the house of Dank instead of church. They stopped by the house of Dank, and they went in and got some bud. And, father like son, they're out there smoking a big fatty, big spleef. And next thing you know, they're seeing crap.
In 2025, we would have found Bigfoot by now, guys. We got a lot of cameras.
Dude, there's no cameras where Bigfoot was yet on the 18th.
There are cameras on the freeways in Michigan.
Yeah, I know, but not under it, not in the marshy area where Bigfoot was bedded down. Oh my gosh, it's so ridiculous. But that's a first. That's the closest that we've ever been to Bigfoot.
Man, I saw aliens last week. Bigfoot was in Monroe this week.
Yeah, well, you saw aliens because you had too many shots of tequila.
No, that was all Red Bull on my drive.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You saw a shooting star. That's all that is. I can explain that one. All right, we're going to get to a break, and then we're going to talk about NFL. You know what's going on this week? OTAs.
You want to do your quickies, or you changed your mind?
I am promoting the OTAs as I'm going to start quickies.
Yes.
Here we go. It's time for the news quickies of the day. In a shocking moment caught on video, the wife of French President Emmanuel Macron shoved him by the face during an argument. As a custom, he immediately surrendered. An investigative group is in talks to buy OnlyFans for $8 billion. However, for $9 billion, they can get OnlyFans to do some really dirty stuff. Hi-oh! The latest fashion trend is wearing soccer cleats, but not on a date because then you won't be allowed to use your hands. And finally, New Jersey leads the nation in missing cat reports. Hey, did anybody check to see if it also leads the nation in Haitian immigrants?
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
They are.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
This is all true.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
This song's why we're number one.
Springfield, please don't eat my cats. Why would would you do that? Eat something else.
Yes, eat something else like Bigfoot, cattails.
People of Springfield, please don't eat my dog.
No.
Here's a catalog of other things to eat.
DoorDash it, man.
They're eating the dogs.
There.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're eating the cats. Meow, 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 meow. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
All right, that's enough torture. There you
That's
go.
funny.
There's your news quickies coming back. OTAs. We'll talk about that next right here on 100.7 The Ticket.
Sports, pop culture, and anything that pops into his warped mind. Denny Radio is on 100.7 The Ticket.
The service department at Dunn Chevy has it all. Tires, batteries, brakes, wipers,
this one's gonna be
filters,
for,
and
and
GM
then we can
Dexos oil
break
changes
earlier
starting
if
at
you wanna talk
$59.95.
I do.
Schedule your appointment at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Most people already know about the Polish Ostrich's delicious food specials, happy hour, and power hour. And never forget about all of our eventful nights. Now we're introducing the Polish Ostrich's Ladies' Nights, a.k.a. Wild Women Wednesdays. Ladies will have discounted drinks all night, $6 beer bucket specials for everyone, food specials, and of course, one of our house DJs from 9:30 to 1:30 every Wednesday all summer long. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram. What are you waiting for? The Polish Ostrich, 944 Phillips Avenue, Toledo.
Toledo, the Italian Bowl is back at the Glass Bowl, Saturday, June 28th. Get your tickets this Thursday, May 29th on this station's Sweet Deal page for half the price. Italian Bowl tickets for just $10. It's Italy's National Football Championship right here in Toledo.
I chose Shall Go because I felt like they were a company of honesty and integrity. I would definitely recommend Shall Go as the first choice for anyone looking for a new roof. Something that sets them apart from other roofing companies is they're very straightforward, they're honest, they make you feel comfortable. They really have the customer's interest forefront. And I would recommend them.
Call Shall Go Roofing, 419-691-9641.
Did you know Heather Downs Country Club is open to the public? It's not a private club. It's open to everyone. Heather Downs Country Club is a historic public golf course that's been a big part of Toledo for 100 years. New, improved, and under new ownership. Are you planning a golf outing? Heather Downs Country Club is the place. Perfect for fundraisers or memorials for someone who's passed on. Simply call 419-720-3394. 419-720-3394. Heather Downs Country Club.
You know what makes a great time even better? Great deals. So when you're having a great time playing pool with your friends at Miss Q, keep this in mind. On Monday, get $1 off any tall draft. And on Tuesdays, all hot dogs and bottled beers are only $3. So grab some friends or even your family and head to Miss Q, where the fun just gets better. Find us on Reynolds near Glendale and Alexis near Telegraph, or online at MissQToledo.com.
The only 3 words you need to know. Alan Miller Jewelers.
If she wants diamonds, you want Alan Miller Jewelers at Navarre and Coy in Oregon. Alan Miller here to tell you about our bigger, brighter, beautiful Starfire man-made diamonds at Alan Miller Jewelers. Some say they have the largest selection. Some say they have the lowest prices.
Grandpa, you have a huge selection of diamonds and your prices are so low.
Jacob, my prices are so low, I can't even say it on the radio. You must come in and
And
see for
luckily,
yourself.
tomorrow is
You
hump
won't
day.
believe the selection and prices.
Grandpa,
Said,
how
and
do you
luckily
do it?
tomorrow is hump
Well,
day.
Jacob, I am the
No,
king of
short
diamonds.
work week,
For the
baby.
right
I love
diamond At the right price, come see me, Alan
Although
Miller.
I'm not on
Whether
salary,
it's a
so I don't
Starfire
get paid.
man-made diamond, an earth-grown diamond, or a loose diamond, we have it all at Alan Miller Jewelers.
The only 3 words you need to know. Alan Miller Jewelers.
ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
From the Lakes Concrete Coatings Traffic Center, no incidents, just construction slowdowns at this point. But a heads up, Route 20 both directions between Lime City and Crossroads Parkway is closed through mid-July for the construction of a roundabout. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This weekend on ESPN Radio.
You're trying to hurt my
it's the
feelings
World Series
because I'm
rematch
so
in
yours
Los
succeeding.
Angeles. Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Dodgers go head-to-head with Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees.
Judge going back. Jumps. And he made the catch.
The Yankees at the Dodgers.
Coverage begins at 6 o'clock. First pitch is at 7 here on Toledo's home for Sunday Night Baseball, 100.7 The Ticket.
He puts the FU in fun.
Yeah, shouldn't we
learn by dodging balls that are thrown at us, or?
That's what this sack of wrenches is for. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Denny Radio on 100.7 The Ticket.
Love Will Smith, Summertime. That is one of my faves.
My jam.
Yeah, that is a jam, dude. All right, welcome back, peeps. We got about another 25 minutes. We'll be chatting it up with Black and White Sports, Andre of the Savages, see how his weekend went, and hang out with them. We like that. All right, we got to talk a little Lions here. They got OTAs, baby. OTAs. Some things to watch for as the Lions start first of 2 weeks of organized. Okay, are you done? First of 2 weeks of organized team activities this week. 3 practices. That's it at their Allen Park training facility. The last one open to the media. The team doesn't have a mini camp this year, and after June 5th, they'll be off until players report for training camp in mid-July. Well, they're not doing a mini camp because they have to start their preseason earlier than normal because they're in the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
So, storylines. And for me, this is the number one storyline, even though I don't think it's full contact. I don't think they'll be tackling.
No, they usually don't. Just a lot of drills, getting to know the playbook, stuff like that.
Aiden Hutchinson, as we know, I want to know about his health. Confirmed last week that he was cleared for all football activities. After he broke his leg, he's going to be on the field for OTAs.
Yeah.
No reason to rush Hutch back to action. They don't need him till September, but it'll be good to gauge his progress in practice this week. So we won't know till Friday when the media is allowed in, unless they have spies.
Maybe we can go.
Well, we got to dude, we don't have, we need credentials. Can Josh B get us credentials?
I'll see.
We work at, ESPN Radio, you would think.
Technically, we're one of the closest radio stations nearby.
Yeah.
Other than Detroit. Yeah.
Right, outside of Detroit. Anyway, the Lions won't be in pads for their workouts, but all eyes will be on Hutchinson for however long he's on the field. Even with Hutchinson back, the Lions have plenty of questions on their D, especially their defensive line starters Marcus Davenport and Alum McNeil coming off season-ending injuries. McNeil likely will miss the first half of the season while recovering from a torn ACL, which sucks. He's a beast, man. Which means the Lions' first-round pick, Tyleek Williams, could be playing alongside DJ Reader and McNeil until McNeil returns, if he's healthy. And then offensive line coach Hank Fraley indicated the Lions will continue to give second-round pick Tate Ratledge, what a great name, the majority of the work at center during OTAs, the same position he started in rookie minicamp. But he's not going to start, but it's good to have a backup. Dan Campbell has been good about giving his veteran offensive lineman downtime in the spring. And this one is a little troubling to me. Alex Anzalone, no Anzo, not expected to take part in OTAs after skipping the early part of the Lions' formal off-season program. He sat out much of last year because his wife gave birth to a couple second child. Well, I get that. But you still got to do your damn job, dude.
It's voluntary.
He wants to know. Yeah. Yeah, voluntary. Yeah, it's kind of like Cumulus and 4th of July fireworks. Yeah, it's voluntary. If you don't show up, there's going to be hell to pay.
Yeah, July 5th is going to be a tough day for you.
It is. Anyway, listen, if you want a new contract, then you show up at OTAs.
Yeah.
It's 3 days of practice, for crying out loud. That's nothing. And it's not going to be heavy lifting. Anyway, Dan Campbell expected to meet with the media this week for the first time since the NFL meetings in March. Topics to cover. The Lions plan for joint practices, their rookie class, and their shortened offseason program. The Lions cut out 2 practice weeks this spring because they're starting training camp early. I already told you that. Here's the thing that I'm concerned about. They got 2 coordinators, new ones, a new OC and a no DC.
Yeah.
Hello. I want to see those guys on the sideline calling plays. I want to know what they're going to be doing.
Well, you get a taste during the Hall of Fame game. I'm quite sure they won't let out all of their tricks. I'm gonna miss Ben Johnson and his
Me
trick
too.
plays.
I am. I hate seeing him in his Chicago gear. It's like, dude, I want to punish you.
Yeah. No, I want to beat them by 50, how we did the Cowboys last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want them to pay. I want it to be painful. But we'll see. Who knows? There's a lot of uncertainty with the Lions. I mean, Dan Campbell is the glue. We're going to find out.
I don't feel as confident.
What?
I don't feel as confident as I did last year. Last year, I felt confident going into the season. This year, it's like a lot has to come together very quickly because we can't drop more than 4 or 5 games in our division. It's a tough division.
It's a tough schedule.
Yeah.
Now you're worrying me, dude. Why are you doing that? It's near the end of the show. Why you hurt me like that?
Hey.
Don't you remember?
Man.
Dude, it's all going to be better because I got man night tonight.
There's a code. Bros before hoes, man.
Tonight at Angelo's. By tonight, I mean this afternoon, as soon as I get off the air. There you go. All right, let's break. That way we can spend more time with Andre of the Savages. Don't move. Final segment next. Our crossover, if you will, with Andre next on 100.7 The Ticket.
No rules on this show. Denny Radio is on 100.7 The Ticket.
Homeowners, Denny Schaefer here.
Right,
Looking for
5
an
minutes.
improvement project
I think
where you
Andre's
can
here, too.
recoup up to 75% of your investment the day it's complete? It's the garage. Right now, get $750 off. Schedule your free estimate now at linksconcretecoatings.com.
Hey everyone, it's AJ from St. Mary's Meats. Did you ever wonder where your meat comes from? Well, St. Mary's Meats does and cares. With all of our fresh and frozen meat selections cut weekly, as well as our 33 flavors of brats and 19 flavors of snack sticks made in-house, plus getting local beef, lamb, and hogs in, we care about our quality. We're located just west of Secord Metro Park. Check St. Mary's Meats out on Facebook, and remember, we're killing it and you're grilling it.
Hi, it's Mookie. Searching for the perfect diamond is about more than just the cut, clarity, and carat, and that's where Northwood Jewelers is here to help. If it's an earth mined or lab-grown diamond, Northwood Jewelers is your go-to jewelry destination with 3 generations of expertise, from beautiful rings, stunning necklaces, permanent jewelry, or even their collection of birthstones. Visit Northwood Jewelers, 4612 Woodville Road, online at northwoodjeweler.com. Northwood Jewelers, service before, during, and after the sale.
Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section, located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the Big Kroger. Mama Mary's Pizza.
Toledo, mark your calendars. Family Day at the Greater Toledo Classic is on Sunday, July 27th at Highland Meadows Golf Club. Thanks to Erie Home, families get in free. That's free admission, free parking, and buy one, get one free hot dogs. Make memories with the whole family this summer and watch, for the first time ever, 2 champions crowned after the final round. Don't miss out. Head to ToledoClassic.com for all the details. Family Day, presented by Erie Home, Sunday, July 27th at the Greater Toledo Classic.
For an array of classic and creative pizzas, visit Pizza Cat, now with 2 locations in Toledo, one on Monroe Street and one on McCord. You can build your pizza as weird as you want it. To place an order and earn perks towards future orders, go to pizzacat.com. Pizza Cat, keep pizza weird.
No cats have ever been harmed in the making of this pizza.
Some measure success in dollars, others in victories. At K&R, we think beyond the numbers. Behind every statistic is a person who needed someone to stand up and fight or to lend a helping hand. Hurt in a car? Call K&R.
Hi, I'm Abigail Mann.
And I'm Jeff Mann, and we'd like to welcome you and invite you to Jeffrey Mann Fine Jewelers.
We've just created a beautiful new man-made collection of colored diamonds featuring vibrant colors of pinks, blues, and yellows. You need to stop in and see it for yourself.
So if you're shopping for a birthday, an anniversary, or just because, and maybe you're looking for that beautiful, breathtaking piece of jewelry
jewelry, we have it here at Jeffrey Man Fine Jewelers.
One of the values that I bring as a graduate gemologist is expertise. I can help you find exactly what you're looking for.
With man-made diamonds, we make dreams come true.
Man-made diamonds are 100% real diamonds. Man-made diamonds are available exclusively at Jeffrey Man Fine Jewelers.
Jeffrey Man Fine Jewelers, 5247 Monroe Street in Toledo. JeffreyManFineJewelers.com.
Hey, it's me, Denny Schaefer for X Golf. Well, it's getting warmer out. That means you're getting ready to hit your favorite courses. Before you do, use X Golf to get your outside game in shape. X Golf has incredibly advanced laser technology that tracks your swing and shots with an instant display of 13 metrics like clubhead speed, spin, swing path, the kind of accurate instant feedback even the best teacher can't give. Just bought new clubs? X Golf is the perfect place to dial them in. Play on 50 great courses and add challenging weather conditions or firm greens. Play with friends, clients, or make it an epic date night. Relax in style and cheer on your favorite teams. Enjoy the full bar and menu. And X Golf is the perfect place for senior leagues and corporate events that will wow. Open morning to late night. Reserved by the hour for up to 6 players. I love X Golf and you will too. 2 locations. X Golf Toledo, Spring Meadows, West Drive, Holland. X Golf Perrysburg, North Dixie Highway. Reserve your tee time now and tell them Denny Schaefer sent you.
Planning either a party or a summer bash? Our amazing party rentals has bounce houses, slides, games, tables, chairs, and more. Visit this station's site right now to get 2 $100 gift certificates for our amazing party rentals for the price of 1. And let's make your party amazing.
You done messed up, Aaron. Now take your ass on down to Oshag Hennessy's office right now and tell him exactly what you did. Insubordinate and churlish. Timothy.
Present.
Thank you.
Denny Radio Sports and More on 100.7 The Ticket.
Was that Keel and Peel or Peel and Keel or
Key and Peel?
I love that. Those dudes.
You like it? You like those guys?
Dude, that whole scene where he's taking attendance, that is a funny friggin'
I like that scene. How about that? I'll say that.
Very funny scene.
Andre said you like those guys.
I'll be cool with them when they send Dave Chappelle his check.
Oh.
Just send him his money.
That won't happen.
It'll be okay.
Why? Are they ripping him off? Because that's flattering.
Well, yeah,
they took
they
his
wouldn't
whole
have.
show.
Yeah, they wouldn't have anything to do if he hadn't done what he did. Kind of like me making the 9. On 13 ABC they have a show called The 9. Well, that's my show. That's Love My 419 because if they had thought of it, you could have thought of it in 2013 when we put that out, but that show wasn't made till 2022. But It was a good marketing strategy, made a lot of money. So I don't blame them for doing it, but you should tell the citizenry what had really happened. And can I get my checks? Sorry, we're not here for that, Denny. That doesn't sound right. How are you, sir? How was your weekend?
It was great, but don't ignore the fact that in every single market in the country has a show similar to The 9 with local people trying to generate extra revenue because they don't want to put on Kelly Rifka, who's crappy at 9.
Well, yeah. Well, you just should have done it 10 years, before, I did it. That's all. But we never that. It's all good. They were winning.
Dude, I had an awesome weekend. What surprised you over the weekend as far as sports-wise goes?
Not a whole lot because we just had a new promo that we're going to play. I wish we could play it here, but it shows me saying on last week, Friday, that we're going to take Minnesota to win Saturday. And then I'm not going to go crazy, though. I want to curtail it and say, hey, on the game 4, we'll go OKC and we'll have a 3-1 lead going. And we did that. And so I don't know. I guess I'm not too shocked about a whole lot, but I'm trying.
Good. All right. So with New York winning in Indy, that's 2-1. What do you think is going to happen tonight? Because I told Hollywood, whoever wins tonight's going to win this series.
I'm not mad at you either. I tend to lean that way. But it's very tough because I want to say, man, they're not going to give me the same, my same little prediction. I get the 3-1. I don't know. I feel like this is a 2-2. And I don't know. I just don't like the hearing Halliburton's dad is back. Something about that bothered me. I didn't need to know it. It didn't matter to us, but for some reason it had to get into the narrative. So I feel like that could perhaps be an oxymoronish sort of energy on things for them. But I don't know. I can see them winning tonight, too. I can't lie to you, man. That's a tough one.
I told Chris, I don't think he's missed a single game. I think he dresses up as a woman and he shows up. Nobody knows it's him. Seriously,
that's-
I mean, wouldn't you do it for your son? If your son is in the biggest sporting event in his career and you're not going to be there, you're going to be at a sports bar with a bunch of ass clowns? No, you're going to do whatever you got to do. You're going to buy a ticket like Joe Schmo. You're going to dress up like a woman or whatever, and you're going to go by yourself. You're not going to tell anybody you're doing it, and you're going to go to the game, and no one's going to be the wiser.
No, but you know why? No, sir, Mr. Schaefer. The reason I'm not doing that is because if I'm his father, what I'm going to do is go ahead and deal with the extent of whatever my punishment was for my horrible decision making. And at this stage of my life, whatever I thought I was doing, you are still not relevant if your son's not a professional Indiana Pacer. So why don't you just go ahead and chill? Just like, again, my kid is in the showbiz elk and things and has been very kind to her dad in that respect for how she got there. But I stay out of her hookup. I don't try to get in things and do things. I'm in the back unless she requires me to step forward. I don't do it. And I just don't think it's a good thing for parents to do, but that's just me. You know what I mean? So for him,
we're talking about an athletic competition. We're talking about something that you can be there and make a memory forever. And Tyrese will always have that memory of, my family was there and they witnessed it. Yeah, he made a stupid mistake, but he hasn't been allowed at a game since the end of April. So he went the whole month without going.
He didn't miss anything important yet.
But here's the thing. Let me go back to his comment.
You guys are both going to be horrible fathers. Okay.
No, man. No,
you
sir.
Dress up as a woman for your kids.
Nah, man. Listen, no. The relatives that had enough sense to stay cool and stay calm and stay out of the way, they get to keep coming. You messed that up, Dad. And then you got on the mic. You out here. I have to account for you on the mic. No, all of that warrants you should police yourself and stay out of the fray. That's all. I'm saying he should do that, Denny. I understand what you're saying. I'm not even mad at your idea and the ideology behind it. But no, you did that. You were able to come to games before.
So
we've been playing a lot of Pacer games.
So you're not a man of forgiveness.
No, I am. Oh, I definitely am. Oh, no, I am.
Sentence.
Yeah, no, it's not a life sentence, but for this season, you got to wear that. There is no point. You need to be coming back in. You don't need to be in person at any of this. Check it out on TV. It feels just as good, just because you weren't going to have any effect on how it went.
I mean, in the box, you're pretty much watching TV.
You're pretty much watching TV. So just go ahead and watch
I'll tell
TV.
you what, if the Pacers lose tonight, he's not coming back.
No.
Because he was there and he was a distraction. And they're like, okay, we gave you one game. You're not coming back.
Man, just imagine. This is what I'm saying. Might be what you get because the Knicks aren't joking right now. The Knicks aren't joking around with this one. That's one thing you can rest assured of.
Is can Cat put together 2 fourth quarters?
And I say, oh,
last game, and then this week can he put in 20 points?
I'm apprehensive. I'm apprehensive. You know where I'm at. I know it's coming. The boot's coming. It's still coming. Just win. Win exactly. It might be tonight. Might be game 7, but just hold on. Because Cat, as soon as he gets into whenever the posture is this is what I do, I've been that man. No, you haven't. And I'm going to need 3 seasons of this man before you can turn and represent for the light skin properly. Now, right now, I'm glad with this weekend. But see, you'll turn Drake on me and you'll lose the thing. And then, Denny, you don't understand this, but I get stuck with this. It's my complexion. We'll talk about it off the air one day. We'll get some coffee after the disco. We'll do all that. But I'm just telling you, it's deep, man. And they affect my life. Cat Towns, Drake, T.I., all the rest. It's a lot of them, man. It's a LaMelo Ball. I could go on. It's a long list. Prince, God rest his soul.
Brothers, is that what you're saying? These
Denny, it's deep, man. It's deep. I try to explain this to my white friends because they always say, "What the hell is going on? Why are you trust me?" Chris, he's sitting here. That's why he's rolling. Look at Chris in the camera. The people can see him. He's in there laughing.
Help me understand this because I don't know. Is Chris a light-skinned brother?
No, I'm caramel.
No, but he is. This is another thing. I explained this in the barbershop, Denny.
Man.
No, if he's not African, Eastern Hemisphere black, then it's not really. This is what black people need to understand. They're getting it wrong. No, you're light skinned. If you're not the cut like the shirt I have on here for the listeners can't see it. I'm in the black series. If it's not that, don't let my African American friends fool you. No, there's some distortion there, and then you're light skinned. You're light skinned.
Kind of light, Chris. Your hand's kind of light. Oh yeah, your hands.
Color.
Nice your hands are much different than pasting.
I do have very pale hands.
Yeah, see, Denny, see right there. See, Yeah, and there is that's the uniqueness. That's the uniqueness of the people because you could get the gamut.
Of shades around.
There you go. You just never know. You
I
don't
think
know.
we're going to have to start to introduce you as my light-skinned brother.
There you go. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. I'll go ahead. Yep, go ahead. I'll authorize that. Go ahead and do it. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and roll. Let's go ahead and roll with it. Absolutely.
It may have been the dumbest crossover ever, but man, I enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun.
You always do. You never know. You just never know.
I know. That's the beauty of it. All right. That's the beauty of live radio. All right. You guys have a good show. And
Thank you, sir.
Chris, make sure you ask Josh B if he can hook us up and get us, or maybe Andre knows, get us press passes so we can mill around the Lions. Yeah. See if we get press passes for the Lions so we can go up there and cause trouble.
Let's go as a group. There, enough said. That's the say less. Big dog. It's all. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
All right, I love it. All right, you guys have a good show. Chris, great job today, my light-skinned brother. Hit it.
I'm out of here.
Hey, we'll do it again tomorrow, everybody. Until next time, this is Denny Shaver saying, do what you love. It's freedom. Loving what you do, that's happiness. Keep dreaming and love the one who loves you most. Hey, Toledo. All right, we're clear.